So I was recently asked, when thinking of getting a puppy, what would be the characteristics of what you'd want your perfect dog? What would it be? The 3 characteristics. So you could ask ourselves, couldn't we? What would be the 3 characteristics that we would want to be known for? Yeah.
I think each of us probably got a slightly different slant because we've all got various areas of expertise. So should we start with Deborah?
Integrity. Because I think there's so many cowboys out there.
Yes. Yeah.
So integrity is...
And I think that's whenever I meet clients, because I often have the first touchstone with clients. I call, I've got this project, I have a chat with them. If they want to move it forward, I go and visit. Some of them don't know what they're getting into, but some of them have been seriously burned by experiences with cowboy builders. And we work in an industry, in a profession, which doesn't have the best reputation, well, when it should do, because I think we're doing hugely valuable work, our built environment and our homes.
Well, builders are not regulated. So, you don't have to pass a test, and the barrier to entry to the profession is pretty low. So you get all sorts of people out there. And I think there's a mystique about it. And people who are highly educated, who are very good in their fields, wouldn't know how to put a screw in a wall. So there is that mystique about it and that lack of understanding about what builders do. So I think the fact we trade with integrity and deliver our building integrity is absolutely vital.
How do we demonstrate that then, do you feel, our integrity?
I think by being open about how we contract and transparent and being honest with people about how we price work. So, the amount of work we could get that would only take us to, detailed design stage because a client goes, well, I've got 400 grand spend and it's a 800 grand job, and we tell them it's an 800 grand job from the start.
And you don't do that.
I think it's not also just about cost and building. I think a lot of it's about design as well. Integrity in design is, I think, not necessarily designing the biggest extension. I've designed myself out of extensions time and time again because it's not the right thing for the client, the brief, for the building. So it's not about necessarily spending that extra money. So having integrity isn't doing the blingiest thing or the biggest thing. It's about doing the most appropriate thing for the family and the house or the business or the space.
Okay, so that's good.
So the first word, integrity.
We agree.
But integrity through design and delivery.
Yeah.
So the whole job cycle.
But the whole of our whole ethos is about integrity.
What about you?
Care. And I think that you might say, well, if you've got integrity, then you care about care. I think every single person that works for us in our studio is madly passionate and caring about the work they do, and I think that's really unusual in a business. So my architects, they'll often message me first thing in the morning thinking, I've just thought of a way in which we can solve that problem, or they'll be looking through something at the weekend and they'll see an image of something and they go, actually that's a great idea for that project. They're so passionate and enthusiastic, but also they care a lot about their clients.
It's the same with our build team.
Yeah,
I mean, the
absolutely.
level of care in the project management team, which again, a lot of contractors, or other businesses will say, we'll project manage it. But the project management team we have and the execution and the care. So we've got integrity, we've got care.
And I think for me, it's got to be craft, isn't it?
Craft, I don't get one.
Of course you do, but that'd be 4 words.
Well, yeah, sorry. God, I can't even count. Can I have another one, though? Can we do 4 words then? I think we should have one each. So go on, you carry on.
I was going to say, no, you first. Sorry, I butted in, as always.
Do you know, for me, the word came to me today because I saw it happen in a meeting. And for me, it's precision. I think we do things with such precision throughout the whole journey. And I think what stands us apart in that build phase, again, is the articulation from the architect. You've got your vision. But to actually build it with that vision in mind is often quite hard because you architects design things that are quite hard and we have to build them. And I now know why often you do get friction between an architect and a builder, because it's that challenge of you've got this design, you've got the dream to the client and we have to build it. And to build it in that way and that execution, you need to be precise. You need to have that level of the technical expertise that you have because you've got your architectural background and the ability to build. But we have pushed the build team,
but isn't
our
crafting
in-house
something
team.
Being precise, though? That
Yeah,
so
I mean,
you're blending our words together.
I think the words blend together, which is probably a very good analogy of our working relationship. Pip's very precise, and I like craft.
Yeah. Well, I think they are. I think they are. You can't, being crafting something is being very precise and meticulous,
Yes.
and loyal.
It's that ability to deliver across all scales and phases of the project with precision, craft, and integrity, and care.